Okay, welcome back everybody. You're watching Star Series Season 11. This is the Southeast Asian Division Playoffs. My name is Triumph Man. We cast in this best of 3 series, Invasion Esports versus Rave. This is Game 2. Rave taking the first match. They faltered for a bit right at the start and then got straight back to the swing of things. Unfortunately, Invasion, they went for an all-in. They went for a big, offensive, aggressive trial-in. Unfortunately, it didn't work for them, and even in the best of times, losing an offensive trial-in is very difficult to come back from. You put yourself at a massive disadvantage when you lose an offensive tri-lane. And the worst bit is that, sometimes you can dig your way back out of it, but the issue was Invasion drafted like all in. They had no big AoE playmaking CCing hero like a Queen of Pain, or Magnus, a Tidehunter, even any of those big heroes like that can just turn an entire game around with a couple of fights. Like that, instead they had as their solos, they had a Nature's Prophet and a Lycan for split pushing, and Lycan was getting his face crushed by a Viper, which, to be fair, one-on-one Lycan and Viper very easily favors the Viper. Anyway, Game 2 now, Invasion with their chance to try and tie this up so they can push it towards a third game. They will open up with a Viper and a Naga Siren Ban. It's like, you know what, let's just not deal with that this time round. So Invasion get rid of those two heroes. Rave this time around will ban out the Brewmaster, also getting rid of the Death Prophet. This time around, they first banned the Jakiro last match, so worried about that. Now, Ogre is in the pool. Ogre has been a very stock standard first pick over the last couple of months, I would say. He's been very popular, just doesn't give anything away, and he's very solid in just about any draft that you can think of. But it will be a Jakiro first pick here for Invasion.
Radiant team pick.
See where Rave go with their counter picks. Now, whether or not it's a core Jakiro, we'll see. Honestly, a core Jakiro can be okay, in certain lineups it's actually quite strong, but I think the Jakiro build that I like the least is a support Jakiro, especially as a trial support that maxes liquid fire early. It's okay harass, but the issue I find with it is low levels of Ice Path and Dual Breath are garbage for defending or carrying. So if pressure gets applied around the map, Jakiro is not that good at defending against it. But anyway, moving along. Rave, they picked the VS first, and this does give them the option to pick. This gives them the option to pick up the bat if they want. Or they could just leave the VS as essentially a defensive pick here. If they wanted to, they could even grab something like Void early on if they want to. Void, of course. Void's very easy to build a draft around. He's a very strong hero. Just the Chronospheres. Just so much good work you do with the Chronosphere. It's very hard to push early as well against the threat of a Chrono. It's got a long cooldown, but basically, if you keep losing a lot of heroes each time you try and push in, it can pretty much just stall out the momentum. Like, you gain a whole bunch of gold from killing a tower, and you lose a whole bunch of heroes at the same process. It's kind of evening out. The opponents still lose some map control, and it becomes a little bit harder to farm and defend Rosh, depending on where the towers are going down, but still, if you're going all in on a push strat, and your opponents then make the late game with a particular core that you can't deal with, it's pretty much all over from there on out. Rave. Going to take their time with this next one. See what they have in mind. I think they might hold on to the bat. They don't really have to worry about Invasion picking. If Invasion are going for like a single core lineup, where they're really just putting it all in on just one kind of heavy, hard carry, then they might decide to get rid of the bat, although Faceless Void being picked up by Rave, and actually something like a bat would be really nice, but unfortunately they can't pick it because the VS is up against them. Rave with that Faceless Void. This is going to be annoying to play against. Invasion, they might want to pick up the Scarth Mage, or even Scarth Mage will be a good pick. It will keep it away from Rave, and Faceless Void and Scarth Mage are amazing together. They're incredibly powerful, just dumping those Mystic Flares in the Chronospheres, easiest kill of your life. But also, as we saw last match, OK on Invasion completely turned around a fight because he got a clutch pre-casted Ancient Seal off on the Panda as he jumped in. And then he jumped in, immediately found himself silenced, couldn't split, and then just exploded. Faceless Void has the same issue. He jumps in, Pulse Mask Man leaps in, and then if he immediately gets silenced, well, he's not using Chronosphere, is he? And then he'll just die, flat out just get blown up. So that would be a really good pick for Invasion if they want to go with that. It's both a great defensive tool against the Faceless Void, and it also just, it also just keeps it away from Rave. You really don't want to play. It's really rough to play against that, but they will pick up the Ogre instead.
Dire team ban.
Comes in with them. In fact, they might even just ban out, if they don't want to. If they don't want to pick it, they might even just ban it out. Because Rave do have the first pick in the next phase. They will ban the Puck, though. And Puck, actually, again, That would have great synergy for Rave there. Coiling a whole bunch of people to keep them still for Faceless Void to line up a really good chrono. Or even just win the late game as well. Puck with the Ag Scepter, and then you force the snap on the coil with the Vengeful Spirit. It's really, really powerful. Just being able to displace and guarantee a 4.5 second stun on somebody. It is amazingly good. And it could completely shut down BKB users as well.
Reserve time.
See what then we're going to pick up next here from Rave. Now, up against Invasion have a very sort of, they've got a very flexible line. It's hard, it's probably, I don't know, Rave. Invasion have, yeah, a really flexible lineup here. It's probably really hard for Rave to decide what to get rid of here. They're just going to go with the Invoker.
Dire team ban.
Ban, which is a solid choice there. It's annoying to play against. And also, if they land the Tornado on Faceless Void and hit him with an EMP, he's probably not going to have the mana to pop the Chronosphere after. And it can also be a really useful defensive tool as well.
Remaining.
The range on Tornado is really strong, so if Faceless Void tries to jump in with a Chrono and his team rushes in to back him up, it can be very simple for Invoker to toss a Tornado EMP through there and just stall out the fight.
Reserve time.
Batrider. Okay, yeah, Batrider banned up by Invasion, which is fair enough. They will need to worry about it because, well, they can't pick it themselves. And Rave could put it to work, but it comes down to whether or not that Faceless Void is off lane. It's hard to tell at this point in time. Rave have a lot of... Again, Rave also have a lot of options as well. They've lined up their first two picks, not really pushing them towards anything just remaining. Yet. And Faceless Void very flexible, so he can basically be adapted as the draft progresses.
Reserve time.
Rave, I think they're just going to pick off something that they don't really feel like dealing with. And Broodmother would be pretty damn annoying to have to play against. They will pick up the Lycan themselves, but yeah, right now, with the Lycan pick especially, the wave clear for Rave is just pretty much it's actually entirely non-existent. They have Wave of Terrors and AoE, and that's it. So yeah, dealing with the Broodmother would be incredibly annoying in terms of dealing with the Spiraling Spam. On the plus side, though, Faceless Void with the Chronosphere actually would make ganking the Brood very easy, though. But you spend too much time ganking Brood, suddenly you find yourself in a bad situation where, well, you're giving up the rest of the map because you're investing too much time trying to bring it out. And if you spend those early Chronos ganking Brood as well, that gives a lot of room for other heroes to get to work, not having to fear the Chrono. So if you bait out a Chrono on the Brood, she goes, oh, well, Chrono's down for... If she dies, Chrono's down for 2 minutes, we can push a different tower, and we don't have to worry about that big Chronosphere. Now, there is a little bit of dis-synergy here from Rave. Faceless Void. The Howl is nice with him. You can just pop the Howl when he goes for a kill from around the map. But Lycan does not play nice with Chronosphere. He cannot. There's no way for him to get the DPS into the Chronosphere. So there is that.
Remaining.
And that's where they're kind of like... Rave probably the follow-up on their draft. Probably want to pick some heroes that can dump damage into the Chronosphere to really make it useful. Invasion, though, go with the Doom pick. I like this. Blinking Doom, great for just... basically nullifying key heroes, in this case, Faceless Void or Lycan. Makes it dangerous for Lycan to split push if he eats a Blink Doom.
Witch Doctor.
And Witch Doctor be down. There we go. There's the AoE. Well, not exactly AoE, but there's the damage to dump into the Chrono. And DPS dump is definitely real. We've seen Witch Doctor turn into a carry when partnered with a Faceless Void. Just don't. Faceless goes, you know what? I'm not building damage items. I'm going to build a Refresher, an Ag Scepter and a Refresher, and you're going to build an Ag Scepter, and then you're going to blow everybody up with the Death Ward. And they have got... Invasion do have some kind of long-range stun. They've got the Ice Path. Able to disrupt that. Often Ice Path is used fairly early in the fight, so I'll have to watch out for that. Death Wards can really just turn everything on their heads. Now, Doom could be off lane. Doom could be safe lane. Ogre, Jakiro, and another hero could well be an offensive tri-lane. But I think Invasion are probably... They've got their supports down. I think they've decided on Jakiro and Ogre for their supports. You're probably going to see 2 more cores get picked up. They've got the Doom, which can punish split pushes from the Lycan, which is really nice. I don't think they'll want to go for much split push of their own, just because Faceless Void is so much of a threat to anybody who's trying to split push on their own. Is quite a problem. Although, like we mentioned earlier, I mean, you get a Nature's Prophet or a Broodmother to bait out Chronos, that can work for you. I mean, they die, oh well, they lose a bit of gold, they'll come back in a moment, and then the Chrono's down for a couple of minutes, and you can make basically good on objectives elsewhere on the map.
10 seconds remaining.
But a Visage picked up. Oh. No, that's a core Jakiro then, probably. I mean, Visage is actually a hero who does really well with core farm. But in this case, I think he's more likely to be a greedy forward. Jakiro is a core. They'll just try and get him in that Yules first, because Jakiro really becomes much more of a threat once he gets Yules. He can just move in, Yules somebody, and even if he gets a 4-star, so a 4-star Yules, and then into an ice path, and he can use that to isolate heroes, or he can just pick off heroes, or set up the fight on a hero like Faces Void, just take him out quickly. I think Visage will be supporting this match.
Reserve time.
Invasion
10
could go with a
remaining.
Drow if they wanted to. That would actually be pretty good. That's a lot of push power.
Remaining.
Jakiro appreciates it. Visage loves it. And they've got the steroid as well for Drow. Drow already hits amazingly hard.
Team ban.
You can see Morphling would have been pretty solid as well. He's also got that map mobility to help deal with Lycan. Lycan tries to split push. Morphling can meet him and then just teleport back to his team if he needs to. He's got that counter push down. He also hits amazingly hard, so he is actually a decent split pusher. You leave Morphling alone with the tower, especially once he picks up a Manta style, he can completely destroy towers. Because he has that huge damage output with the right click. He has great stat gain as well as just being able to morph his illusions up into a massive powerhouse hitting power and then just split them with the Manta style. Rave with their final pick here. It will be a Venomancer. So Rave with some counter push of their own. Venomancer is very annoying to push into early on. Plague Wards are very aggravating, and also you leave him alone with the tower, he will chew it down with Plague Wards. He can make fairly short work. It's very annoying to play against a Venomancer. And this looks like to be a cool one. Whether or not they actually... I mean, Venomancer is a hero you could go with an offensive tri-lane.
10 seconds remaining.
It's definitely possible. But in this case,
5
it comes in whether or not they want to put the Void or the Venomancer in the solo offlane. I think the Lycan may take the mid, and it will be a Drow for Invasion. Ooh. That's going to be a tricky one. Drow is actually a pretty big threat. Drow with a Blink Dagger is actually a huge threat to Lycan and Faces Forward. She blinks, or even Shadowblade as well, either of those two. Basically, if she gets the jump on Faces Forward to Lycan, she can solo kill them very easily, and make split pushing from Lycan very dangerous as well. Because she gets that Gust down, he's in a lot of trouble. That said, if he picks up the early BKB, he'll be okay, but that will limit his pushing power because he was not getting stuff like the Necro Book.
For battle.
Or the early Vlads, if he's going straight for a BKB. But Drow has actually hit surprisingly hard in the early stage of the game. Anyway, so I'll call the players here. So, playing for Rave on the Radiant side this time around. They do have the lead at the moment, 1-0. We have Jo playing the Lycan, Chrissy on Faces Void, Ninja Boogie on the Vengeful Spirit, Rio there on the Venomancer, and Cast rounding it out on the Witch Doctor. For the Dire team, Invasion need to win this match to stay alive. ADTR on the Visage, Ketchik on the Doom, OK playing Ogre Magi, Ghost on Jakiro, and FCFC on the Drow Ranger. And Drow will be taking the solo mid. Drow is actually really good as a mid-game ganker. Like, she gets a bit of early farm with some items. She can hit so hard. She's actually amazing when played aggressively. See the counter ward come out. Not going to find anything just yet. Wait a minute. Haven't seen that one before. I wonder if it was one of the Korean ones, but they find... Oh, there we go. ADTR finds the enemy ward. This is going to be frustrating for Lycan in the offlane too. Looks like they were expecting an offensive tri-lane, which I don't know if it's happening yet. Depends what they do with the Visage. They might actually not go for the tri-lane. They might just play really greedy here. With the Visage, just try and get him farmed.
Almighty money.
If Invasion want to go full greed, like, it's entirely possible that they just have the Doom jungle for it. Although, no, he doesn't have the items for it, so they are just going to lane him. But it's entirely possible that they could just have Doom jump into the jungle and then have Visage just try and get some early farm down. It will be Jakiro with the double ring build here. It's a lot of early armor. This really makes him quite tanky. He will allow the creep to slip past him there. He's up to 8 armor now with that double ring build. And a double damage here on Ninja Boogie, though. Armor or no armor, if he gets stunned out here, he's probably going to get cleaned up by that double damage. And they're going to go for this. They've got the double damage. They know they can try and make this happen. The slow comes down there as we throw in the Ignite as well. But the slow on top of Ghost with the jump. The stun comes in as well. The casket actually being stacked with a magic missile. A bit of a mistake. One last hit though. First blood to Chrissy. And OK also going to take some double damage hits here, having to back off. But yeah, dual lane up against tri-lane. This is going to be difficult for Invasion. I think they might just sack this tri-lane. I think they might just actually pull the support out of this lane. Just have Ogre rotate and gank. And the slow comes down there on Drow. Drow's going to probably be okay here. Actually, real. Just going to go straight under the tower there. Going to cop a lot of damage. But now the tower responding. Faceless Void with the early poor man's shield now is going to be very frustrating to try and trade hits with. After opening over the pool. Throw a smoke up there by Ninja Boogie. Going to go for it, and there we go. He's drawing the map. He wants to wrap around and kill her on FC. If they get the stun down on FC, I think he's not going to walk away from this. The slow from Venomancer is obnoxiously powerful. And Drow, she doesn't have Gust yet. She's got the Gust, she can knock them back. And hopefully create some space for her to walk away. But in this case, so trouble. Vengeful Spirit's trying to find the wraparound here, but not managing to find the angle. There we go. Now Drow's coming back in. Here's the stun. Magic Missile going to come through there. Going to set up the Venomous Gale. And I don't think FC walks away. This is going to have Ninja Boogie's tank a little bit. He's just going to turn, try and get a revenge kill here. One more hit. Oh no, the tower switches aggro onto Rio. And Ninja Boogie will eventually go another kill for Rave. Like it up in the top lane. No. And this is a trade-off for Rave. They're going, okay, they're securing the farm in the bottom lane. The mid's going well, but they are trading their early farm on the Lycan. Lycan not able to do much here at all. 3 and 1. Pretty much nothing you can do with the faces, and there's going to be a lot of early farm on Doom, which can lead to an early blink. And I mean, if Lycan's under farm going in mid game, as we gank here on Lycan. Lycan now in trouble, getting it slowed down. It's just going to TP out, and we don't have. Oh, maybe no, Doom. What are you doing, Ketchik? If he just used his thunderclap or one more right click, I think they would have killed him. Instead, he pulls out. The Soul Assumption does so much damage, and Ketchik just lets that one go. They give Jo a freebie there. I think Jo actually, in this case, I think Jo actually wants just to back off and go in jungle. That lane is going to be impossible for him to deal with. Now, yeah, going into the trade-off here in the mid-game, if Lycan remains super underfarmed, then he's not really a huge threat. If they then manage to get the Blink and Doom on top of, say, Chrissy, suddenly no Chronosphere, and it's pretty much down to a Venomancer and Witch Doctor to hold the fight with their ults. Which, I mean, and it's quite possible that Witch Doctor gets blasted down by Drow before he gets unsilenced, so it's incredibly difficult if that Doom can land the Doom on the right targets. And there we go, Jo now is rotating the jungle. Now you realise there's no way he's going to get any farm out of that lane, and he's better off just coming in here and getting some farmers. Okay, is trapped. He's actually, no, go for the body block. There we go, right. Ninja Boogie trying to get in here with the body block. There's a casket as well, not bouncing anybody else, but I think they've got the damage to do this. The slow's coming out as well. Wait a minute, is OK going to wait? Never mind. There's the Venomous Gale. This is 4 heroes chasing OK, though.
This only happens when you're around.
It's 4 heroes for 1 support kill, but still, it's pretty annoying. But this is giving Drow some room to farm. And she also, pretty much the Ogre also intercepts another rotation there from the Vengeful Spirit, so it could have been worse for Invasion. It will give some nice early gold to their supports, though. To Rave supports. Well, Drown is getting chased up again. Up to 11 and 4 at the moment. It's definitely a rough lane. 1-on-1 with Venomancer is always a tough time. Double damage now, pop Maria, they're coming from behind, Ninja Boogie comes in with the stun, double damage popped, and I think FC goes down here, goes for the return kill, but I don't think the slow's coming up unless OK can get an ignite on. Will it be enough here? He's got a tango though, we'll eat up here, and I think he's going to get away just fine. Oh wait, it's going to be close, pops a bottle charge, there we go, he's okay. I say he's okay. Okay is also okay. Now he's running away. He's trying to get free here. No mana. No, just comes up with a mana for the stun. It's the Magic Missile. Double damage going to work again. He's healed up now. In goes Ninja Boogie. Tries to get this last hit. Ignite goes down. Catches Ninja Boogie. But now FC being chased back. The Lycan Wolves also chasing him under the tower. FC not having a great time here. Rave just rotating their supports and causing all sorts of havoc. Look at Doom has actually rotated the jungle, and Doom is actually going for more of a supportive build here.
Bottom tower is under attack.
He's going for a more passive build. He's picking up the mech for his team. He's picked up the arcane boots for his team as well. And now they're prioritizing some farm with Visage. Visage actually does well with some early farm. Like, he's actually a huge threat in early fights. Just his basically soul assumption is pretty much like a freaking ion cannon. Destroys people. It is incredibly powerful. And you can fire off on a 4-second rotation too. It's incredibly insane. And I like what they're doing here. They're saying, alright, let's just try and put these lanes to work. We've chased the Lycan out of the top lane. Don't need support up here anymore. let's just utilize the jungle, make sure we get some good farmers. Drow now going to duck into the jungle as well. Realize his mid lane is just appalling to deal with. So they put OK there just because he can take the beating a bit more, and he's less of a valuable target to rotate on. Hayes picked up by Chrissy. Might be able to salvage something. They might be able to score another kill in this bottom lane. This bottom lane also not going well for Invasion. The only lane that's going well for them is top, so I say that. And now Ninja Boogie is deciding to put the pressure on the top lane as well. They've also rotated Rio in here. And they might actually move Jared to the mid lane because it is faster for him to lane than to jungle. So he even denies his own Plague Wars just as a final screw you there to ADTR. A TP out though, bottom lane. Doom comes out. It's on top of Chrissy. Chris trying to get back. Stomp in from Doom. Pops the stomp there. Out comes the Ice Path. Cast in trouble. Diotizo is healing up. Can they get him? There goes the Liquid Fire. And Ghost will get a kill. Defensive TP is not enough. Keep the Witch Doctor. Oh, you know what? And actually, they tank a kill there on the Witch Doctor. And Chrissy will get away free. So, not worth it. Better than losing the Void. Meanwhile, top lane, possible counter kill attempt coming here. Ah, there we go. Drow with a slow coming in. Doesn't have Gust still. Stun comes out for the Witch. OK's Ogre Magi. They don't use the bird stuns. These wards so annoying. 1200 gold for Visage. I think he's just going to grab. He might finish his Tranquils actually. We'll see. Or he might go Treads. Being a just hot spot for the Soul Assumptions is really nice. But I think he's likely actually he's probably just going to pick up. As I see a Chrono go down there, guys. But he's probably He's probably just going to grab Parts for his Scepter. I think most likely the point booster is going to come out here. Ninja Boogie though going to cop some damage. Miley turn. Go for the no, I think he's going to get him a Ghost. Time Walk, no mana for it. Ghost gets away here. Man, by the skin of his teeth, there's 17 health in the end.
Double damage.
Witch Doctor finds a double damage, not able to intercept in time. Now CFC coming in here, still no levels in Gust. I really feel like you should have one value point in it by now, just because pretty soon... I mean, here's the thing, Void jumps in on him, right? And you can hit him with a Gust, you're going to start and basically prevent a Chronosphere. I'm actually surprised that we don't have that value point. It is really good as a defensive tool. Or even just being able to shut down stuff, just get gank Lycan. Lycan tries to split push, you hit him with Gust, and then burst him down. And for Witch Doctor, the silence is a really big deal. He's going to be hitting level 6 soon. A smoke up here from Ketchik. Gonna go for the kill. It is a double damage on that Witch Doctor. Who's about to go off? Doom comes down on Chrissy. I think they get this kill. Multi-cast time to do as well. Casket gonna bounce the creep, causing some issues there for Ketchik. Ketchik giving chase, but the heal coming out from Brutal Restoration. Cast now he's running out of range. Chrissy might tick out to this unless he gets some serious backtrack procs. No, he's going down. He's only level 1 backtrack. And now Cast in trouble. No mana left though for Ogre, so I think he gets away here. Unless we see a very long range dual breath or Ice Path catching him out. Cast actually stops. Cops some more dots.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But he will manage to walk away from this one. But the priority kill was achieved. They killed the Void. And in top lane, they also pick off. Lycan also gets a kill there on Drow, just runs it down. As they need a pause at the moment. Apparently Cast ping sucks. 1k advantage at the moment to Invasion, and this is, yeah, this doesn't surprise me. They've been utilizing the jungle more than Rave have, and they've also got a Doom, Devouring Creep. So that's definitely going to make a difference as well. But it was Tranquils for Visage first. He has picked that up. We'll see whether or not he goes for... Generally speaking, we see the Visage just rush out the Scepter, but he might go for something simple first. Like a Medallion of Courage, that's also possible. But they have really... Like, they've got really strong damage too. The Drow Aura is obviously amazing, and so finally Gust has been picked up by Drow. Did use it in the last fight, but unfortunately, I'm pretty sure Jared probably used his ult out of range, and he's gone for a fast Vlad. So he's prioritized that. Now this does open up the opportunity for him to do Roshan, but I don't think he will because it's very questionable. I don't think his team can defend him that easily. Although, you know what, if they can bait out a Roshan fight, they're getting their ults up pretty soon. Venomancer should have his ult next level, I think. Just pick up the 1 level in the ult. Just grab his ult, and they'll have the Threat of Poison Nova as well as the Death Ward and Chronosphere. And save Lycan baits a fight in that Rosh pit. Invasion might struggle to actually handle those 3 big ults being thrown at them all at once. But then again, that's a risky play, and they may say, you know, let's just sit back and farm. The jungle is getting invaded, though. That is an issue for them. They haven't lost a tier 1 bottom at the very least, but Smoke Gangs are coming in there. Void has been attacked twice while trying to farm in this bottom lane. He's been killed once. They might find that they need to do that as Doom finishes
Radiant's
up
bottom tower is under
mechanism
attack.
for the team. Visage bought something. I think he just went for the... Yeah, it's just going straight Scepter. Picks up the point booster. Not doing the Medallion
Radiant
first is actually pretty good.
structures
The
are
birds do
fortified.
really strong damage, especially with Drow. And you throw a -6 armor on a negative
Radiant's
armor on a
bottom
target, you can
tower
burst them
is
down
under
really
attack.
quickly with the birds. See Ghost though, just chipping away at this tower, Liquid Fire being put to work. And you leave Jakiro alone with the tower, he can get rid of it very quickly.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And you avoid Mask of
Dire's
Madness.
middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are
Between
fortified.
Howl and Mask of Madness, he could quite easily solo. Gosh, no Howl. Lycan actually going for Feral Impulse. Not even a value point in Howl. I suppose he has been having a really rough game, so he doesn't really have the mana to sustain that Howl. If he's got something like an early bottle and solo mid, yeah, Howl is pretty easy to keep up. Especially when your team needs it, just going for ganking potential. Once he does get Howl though, Mask of Madness and that damage buff are going to be quite effective, but I think they're looking for Void
Dire's
again.
middle tower is under attack.
And no Radiant wards up in this jungle, but Void has already vacated it. He's actually going to do the Ancients, or is he just... No, he's just going top. I don't think he... Yeah, 700 or 800 health, he can't really do
Radiant's
that.
bottom tower
Real though, will
is
manage to
under
dodge this
attack.
gank, will run away. As actually Doom is trying to give chase. I don't think Doom can... Even with the speed there from Scorch, I don't think he gets that kill.
Invisibility.
Brucey's lurking, he's hoping for a pick-off here. The birds are doing a bit of scouting. And Void is jumping and going for the pick-off. Oh, there goes the Chrono. This should be a very dead Visage. I don't think he gets away from this one alive. Or maybe he does. Ninja Boogie's get the stun. There we go. Stun will come out though eventually. Solo with a Grave Chill. Not enough to get him out of trouble. Now Chrissy though, the counter kill comes out. There's a Doom as well. Chrissy in trouble. The counter kill is coming. I don't think they get a deny down here. The birds are chasing the VS. She will just run for life, and Chrissy will tick out there.
Find me. I stoke
As
the
Doom
furnace
always
with
picking up a
your
Midas, as it
corpse.
seems. Now Ghost is taking out the bottom
Dire's
tower. They are going to
bottom
make a play
tower
now on
is
the
under
tier
attack.
1 top. It's not a
Radiant's
hugely
top
valuable tower to
tower
Rave
is
at this
under
point in time,
attack.
especially as Lycans has been vacating lane.
Radiant's
Lycan though being
structures are
forced away from this
fortified.
bottom tier 1. Or maybe not. Actually, Jared might be able to find him. He knows he doesn't have Doom. It's been used, and he has his shapeshift up. He does need to be careful for counter TPs, but maybe they see that TP in mid, and he might actually just try and run him
Radiant's
down
top
here.
tower is under attack.
They see 2 heroes mid. They see 2 top.
Dire's middle tower
He
is
could
under
just go for this kill.
Radiant's
Meanwhile,
top
tier 1
tower
top does
has
go down.
fallen.
Jo doesn't go for it. We'll hang back here.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Actually taking a lot of damage down. 800 health now. He's
Dire's
got
structures are fortified.
Ice Path coming out there on Ninja Boogie. Ghost is going to harass him back there. We'll steal the bounty rune out from underneath him. Venomancer gets the double damage. It looks like Lycan decides not to make any risky plays and just goes back to the jungle to farm. 1800 gold away from finishing his Scepter, getting that third bird into play. Doom picks up a Midas now. So it looks like Evasion are quite happy to play for the late game, which is doable. I am worried though. Lycan obviously doesn't have a whole lot of synergy with Void in terms of fighting, but they do have a good story in the form of VS. And Death Ward, and the amount of CC in the Death Ward are still like a huge threat in the late game. That does bother me a little bit for Invasion, but on the other hand they have Doom and Rao, and Visage is actually pretty decent late game as well, so toe to toe it could be alright if they manage to maintain a gold advantage, which they do have at this point in time. They are bringing down extra towers though. They are pushing towers down faster than Rave at this point in time, which is giving them a little bit of a boost. There we go. Jakiro finally gets levels in his other spells, making them more valuable. And we're going to see the birds do a bit of scouting here, giving away a bit of free gold. Bird gold there to Ninja Boogie. Cops a bird stun there. Pigeon Stomp coming in. Okay though, can't quite get ranged, and the night time will cut vision as Ninja Boogie just TPs out there. Rio has managed to bring down that tier 1 mid. Like Doom though, opting to keep the Swiftness aura up. Now, Treads and the Medallion of Courage for Lycan. Lycan could try. If a lot of pressure gets applied to that top tier 1, they might be able to sneak Roshan with Lycan. If they can force a reaction. Invasion or TP top to defend, Lycan could very easily jump into that Rosh pit and clean it up before Invasion can mount any type of defense. Cast now? Not sure what Cast is up to there. He's just... Okay, he's just coming to farm a couple of last hits there. He's pretty greedy. This is actually really greedy. He's up against all these really strong disabling heroes. And it's not like he's got a whole lot of vision. Like, these guys are mostly missing.
Top tower is under attack.
Seriously, Scotty the Scuttler? Oh, wow. Doesn't matter though. Chrissy, they're going for the pickup again. Void is going to die again. Gets doomed up. That thunderclap is so loud. Holy crap. There we go. They see the rotation of 3 heroes and Jared's like, you know what? Let's just do Roshan. There we go. They run Roshan down.
Top tower is under attack.
Easily done between them. Down to Courage and the Wave of Terror. Simple stuff. And now the Magic Missile getting leveled up by Vengeful Spirit. Doom is down, but they should be able to pick off this tier 1 mid.
Middle tower is under
Unless
attack.
a big Death Ward comes out
Radiant
here.
structures are
I don't think
fortified.
so though. Casket comes out, bounces with the birds, back on the Doom again. Ice Path comes in, catches real. The Witch Doctor though, healing him up. Death Ward comes in, doing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, okay, trying to get clear there. Catching though, so much damage, pops the mech. The Death Ward just rips through him. Cyclone being used on Lycan though, giving chases out of mana though. No more howls for him after this. Oh, and he's got one more howl. And Ghost is probably going to run down here if he gets a crit. Gets a crit. There's the Wolf crit. It's not enough. Ice Path to defend himself. But gets away. No crits for the Lycan himself. Now Chrissy goes for a solo kill. The slow on OK. OK's very dead. There's the bash. Throws out the stun. She tries to get clear. I don't think he gets away though. And Void to get the last hit there. So 1 VS for a Doom. And an Ogre. And they defend the tier 1. It's pretty solid stuff there for Rave. Good outcome for them. It's a relatively minor swing. Less than 1,000 gold. They hold the tier 1 and bring it back a little bit. Fortunately, those birds, they got RNGG'd there. Although, to be fair, Lycan got a bit GG'd out, RNGG'd out as well. Probably no crits from the Wolf form. Pretty frustrating stuff for him. But yeah, the cars get bounced like 2 or 3 times to Doom off the same freaking bird. That's pretty upsetting stuff for him. He didn't get to Doom that fight either.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
Now just
middle
doing a
tower
bit of
has
push here,
fallen.
trying to threaten this tower. Now the mid tower does get cleaned up there eventually, and Venomancer actually gets picked off as well. Drow has maxed out the ice arrows now. The slow on that is obnoxious. Question is what she's going for. It looks like it's going to be a Mask of Madness Blink Drow. And Mask of Madness and Blink on Drow is actually insanely good. Doom comes out there a little bit late though on Jared. Jared's probably getting away from this. I don't think he dies. Oh no, he gets a level death and he might go down. He's got double dots. Yes, he goes down. He's going to tick out. Nobody's here to deny him.
This wolf.
Oh, not that he needs to. He's going to need this. Never mind.
Again.
He still has that up and running. Base is void now. Building towards a Maelstrom. Yes, a Maelstrom is on the way. Could have also been a Midas if he wanted to also play towards the late game. But right now I think they're probably thinking we need some more damage output from this Void. The Midas is nice. Like, he actually does okay with the extra damage attack speed. It scales pretty well with the Void. But Maelstrom is a lot of burst of damage when you start rocking those back-to-back lightning hits. We see Necro book being worked on now by Lycan. The slow comes out of Ketchik. Swap back there. There's the negative armor on top of Doom. So little armor for him now. Will be cleaned up. Oh, the Ice Path trying to save. He's going to tick out the dots though. Plague Ward going to get the last hit. Oh man, so much negative armor on Doom. That hurts. Doom though with the blink. See Yule's there. It's on top of Lycan. Lycan now caught inside the Ice Path. Back of fire. That's a lot of damage. Will be brought down. Multicast comes in just to really kick it in. And now the birds. The pigeon stomps coming down. Goes the Venomancer. Cast now also in trouble. Getting pigeon stomped as well. Cast get bouncing back and forth. FC now taking the burn from the dots. And he goes for the kill. Gets the return kill maybe on Ninja Boogie. But they bring down the Drow. And I think they're happy that a 3-for-3 trade. That's a complete bloodbath. The birds now giving chase to Cast. But I think he gets away from this one.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, it looks like they might
Dire's
secure a tower as
structures are
well. No,
fortified.
Chrissy will be forced to back off there. See, in the end, that does slightly favour. Does slightly favour Invasion, not by much though. Ketchik, see where he goes with his next item. He could just go for something like a Shiva's if he wanted to. But in this game, I think double Doom would be amazing. If he can find the ability to farm it up, double Doom. He might just go for Ags as well. But double Doom, like, he's got a lot of priority heroes he wants to shut down. If he manages to Doom, say, both the Void and a Witch Doctor, that would be absolutely amazing. Just shuts down 2 huge team fighting spells from Rave, and then they've just got to go toe-to-toe with the Lycan, which the Drow, she doesn't like it when the Wolf gets on top of her, but she can go and kill the Lycan, can quite easily take the Lycan on in the late game. Especially when the Lycan is not building a BKB. This is actually a pretty big issue for him. Like, he's building push items. I think in this game, he might have rathered a BKB. He still has to worry about Blink Doom, but the issue is, what he's probably going to find is Doom now breaks out a fight there. Macropie going to go and Yule's on top of the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor now will be caught up by those dots, and we'll go down. The casket goes down on top of OK and Ghost, copping a lot of hits. Those birds don't eat one bounce, that's it. Pick off the Void and the Witch Doctor. See the stun down on OK, but in come the Pigeon Stomp, double stomp there, triple stomp comes in, and Ninja Boogie's going to go down, dotted up, he will get cleaned up. But the thing is, when Lycan doesn't go for the BKB, Drow is building... Actually, no, okay, she's not. I thought she was doing Mask of Madness in a blink, but it looks like she might just be doing Helm of the Dominator into a Manta style. But a Mask of Madness blink combo is actually, it's insane burst power, and if you get your disables down early on key targets, and you avoid... But Drow comes in the mid-fight when she's not going to be focused, she can knock out so much damage, and if she gets a Gust on Lycan too, he's in so much trouble. If she gets it on him before he can swap. But in this case, I suppose they are playing against the huge damage potential of Animancer, so she might just stay away from the Mask of Madness in this case. As it is a lot of bonus damage to be taking from that Poison Nova. So what Visage goes for next. Even a late medallion on him would be really useful. Can toss that down on the Lycan. Because Lycan, if he uses his medallion, he's going to be down to about 7 armor, so 10 armor or so. Then you toss your own medallion down on him, he's going to be very low in physical resistance. Bird Stomp coming out there, just regenerating the birds. Lycan Wolves doing a bit of scouting there. Gonna actually, pops the Necro Book there, taking a lot of damage. The Wolves doing a ton of damage. The ADT actually getting wailed on by those Wolves. We'll resummon them, so he can't even farm them. And sending the fresh Wolves after the Drow. I'm just going to do a bit of scouting with them. And we'll find the Ogre. Rave playing a little skittish here, but they do have Basis Void. Mask of Madness ready to go along with the Chronosphere. This could be a very easy pick off on the Drow. She's really got to avoid this. This is why a Blink Dagger will be really nice on this Drow, because she's going to hang way back. A swap there on Ghost. They will just going to heal himself, trying to buy time. The Gust comes through, whiffs on everything. Chronosphere catches too. It's a fairly... Doom blinks into the Chronosphere and a Death Ward as well. They will manage to cancel the Death Ward though with a Pigeon Stomp. Cast now in trouble. Cast might go down here. Doom though falling low. Doom will go down. And now the turnaround here is on Jarrow. Jarrow trying to bring down Jarrow. Jarrow's going to go down. He will manage to pick off the Visage though at the same time. A double kill to Rio as they're ticking out, but they will manage to finish off the Vengeful Spirit as well. It's a 3 for 3. Drow though backing off. The DOTs will not finish her off. It's a Plague Ward, Poison Sting. They're not doing enough damage. See Invasion. Rave actually bringing it back a bit though. They kept Void alive, but they did lose the Lycan. Took down the... Doom is probably not too worried about dying, and he's building a Scepter.
Radiant's middle tower is
and this is nice. The pure damage on the Scepter is really good. And also the thing is, like we saw, like Doom's not the Lycan, right? But Lycan just keeps running in. Like this game. Once he's in Wolf form, he's just going for the kill. But if you keep that up on him, so he just cannot. He basically tries to stay on Doom. He's just taking so much damage from that Doom. It really makes it questionable as to whether or not he can. So it makes Dooming Lycan late, even after he ults, still valuable. Drow Ranger picking up... Oh, okay, S and Y. Yeah, I mean, she obviously doesn't need the main, but it's all around like just nice stats. As we see, like Drow, she gets charged. Like Lycan will just run straight at her, so she can use the movement speed for mobility in fights, and she can also really just use the extra health. So it's a bit of like pretty much she can use all the stats that the S and Y is providing. I don't hate it, but I feel like needs a Blink Dagger is definitely going to be a big thing. To be able to blink in after the Poison Nova goes off, or blink in after the Lycan commits to a target, I think it's going to be a very big deal. Especially when the Lycan does not have this BKB. So if he tries to charge her, she can buy time with a Gust, knock him back. That's a good 2 or 3 hits that Drow can knock out. Void though, despite being ganked several times, his early game has been fantastic, so his net worth is quite strong.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Doom actually keeping pace though. Ketchup there, very much hot on Void's heals, but they're going to go for a tier 2 tower now. Going to trade this for a tier 1 top possibly. FC's going to tank a couple of hits there, and they will trade for tier 1 top will get taken out. Can they TP in time? Opponent pops up. I think they're going to mount defense here. Purple Ward's going to get picked off a little bit. Ogre's now moving in to help out Drow. They are just going to allow it to go down, keep the pressure up, and I don't think they'll get much damage on this tier 2 top. As there we go, TPs are coming in to help defend. A lot of TPs in fact. Lycan will actually just back up here a little bit. Ghost. Just going to scout Rosh, and we'll find it's up. An Invasion could actually clean up this Roshan. They do have a mech. Doom can obviously tank a bit of damage as well with Scorched Earth, so they might try and sneak in there, but it's really, really dangerous. Is the issue. Maybe if they can get a few pickoffs, they can go for it, but against the Chronosphere, the Poison Nova, the Death Ward, it's a really, really risky play. Doom about 1,500 gold away from finishing up his Scepter. Okay, the Bird's going to... Oh, no, they don't manage to scout this out. Smoke pop there, and Rave, they're just going to charge forwards here, double Chrono, and they're going to go on FC. FC in so much trouble. Yules to defend the Ice Path. This should buy him the time, and if no, pops the BKB. FC now trying to get clear. Chris is going to switch targets, going to go on OK now. Possibly a mistake, maybe need to run down Drow. OK, though, going to go down. Death Ward comes out, it's bouncing. Casket on Drow. As no, the bad swap. It was not a great swap, but it doesn't matter. FC will go down and cancel the Casket. Death Ward still looking to go. Chrissy now in trouble. He will go to the Doom. It's a 3 for 3. It's a total bloodbath. Cast now, they're going to make it 4. Invasion 1-4. Cast now in trouble. Blink down to the low ground. Ketchik in on top of his target. Soul Assumption. No, he's not enough heal there. We'll go down in the end there. A triple kill for Visage. Oh my god, so much damage. He's building an Assault Craft as well now. The only survivor
is under attack.
will be Rio as he manages to disengage. He's also building a Scepter. See, there another 1,200 gold swing in favor of Invasion. Now, Venomance is building a Scepter. Scepter is nice if you can get it really early. Rio is arguably getting this really late, but on the plus side, there's... I don't know how many BKBs that Invasion are likely to buy, because pretty much, well, they're playing against a Void. Yeah, okay, you can BKB, but then Void just Chronospheres you and starts whacking you away. I've got to say, MVP that fight, though, for Invasion, hands down, Jakiro. He got the Yules off on... He got the Yules off on Faces Forward, saved Drow, tried to go for the Ice Path. It was too quick, though, with the BKB, but it just bought Drow enough time to get clear. And Chrissy arguably should have kept chasing up the high ground because he's so much faster than Drow. He's got the Mask of Madness. He had the BKB up, and it was pretty much like a full set. Yes, 10-second BKB. He could have run Drow down, but he pulled back to hit the Ogre, which was arguably a mistake. If Drow going to clean up Roshan, they will pick up that second life. And this is going to make focusing him even more of a problem. It looks like he's just going to go for a Satanic now. Maybe not a Satanic right now. Might just go for some more raw damage because he does have that damage up. No, you know what? He's already got great steroid there from Ogre. He might just go for raw, just for raw survivability. And if he picks up a Satanic, that will really help him survive in straight up man-on-man fights. Drow already swinging for 270-ish a hit at 27 minutes in. Might trade actually for even just a Crystallis would be really good in terms of just burst hits there coming out of the Drow. I still feel like a Blink Dagger would be an amazing pickup for FC, though. It's a great defensive item. You see the Void jumping, you've got the chance to blink away, and even just waiting for the right moment to jump in for that Gust, and just blowing up a priority target. Witchdog now, probably building towards a Scepter. He's getting good channels on these Death Wards. It's just right now, Invasion are eating them, but it has been a total carnage in these fights. Both teams trading a lot of kills. Losing 3 or 4 heroes in these fights a piece.
Oh, look at it go!
Let's see, what's he got here? Oh, no. He's actually doing BKB. It'll dodge a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Venomancer gets solo picked off there. He was just coming down to do some counter warding and gets punished for it. Meanwhile, Miona being worked on by Faceless Void. Liking going to do some split pushing. Drown. Probably, she gets the Gust down. She could kill him. And not going to go for it. Just tries to pick off some of the wolves there. She Gusted Drow him straight away. That could have very easily been a kill there on Jo. And we'll just eat the last word. Then meanwhile, bottom lane. Ninja Boogie Trouble throws at the stun. He's not getting out of this alive, though. An easy pick off there. The AD Tiara is just crushing. So many kills. He's picked up that Assault Craft as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's another big swing there. CFC, they will be doing the BKB. It'll at least dodge a lot of damage coming out from the Venomancer. But the downside, of course, is that Chronosphere goes right through it, and of course, so does Death Ward. So he's still going to have to worry about those. Will mitigate a bit of damage from Face of Void. His Bash is magical, as well as the Maelstrom procs, but overall, there's only so much work that BKB is going to do. Lycan has finished up level 3 Necro Book now. I guess he can pop the BKB and then kill the Necro Book Warrior as well. Which would be nice. It's actually worth a fair bit of gold. Meanwhile, again, ADT are trying to get into the fight there. We'll throw out the Grave Chill, but a blink out there from Venomancer before he cops any damage. He's going to push this top lane by himself. Meanwhile, Venomancer just doing some scouting with his Plague Wards. Ketchik, sort of item progression for Ketchik is next. He could just go straight out Sheeters, which would be really good. As they've already got Assault on the Visage. And Drow. You're carrying around the command aura from the Alpha Wolf. Lycan wants to push in here. He's got to be wary though. And Blink Doom could be a big issue for him. Basically, if Doom manages to blink and Doom before his ult goes off, Lycan is very much dead meat. It's because that Scepter Doom is just going to run him down so quickly. No, Doom's thinking about it, like he's waiting for Lycan to push up and he's going to go for this kill. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Invasion is sitting down here, and Rave seem to be at a loss as to what to do at the moment. Pinging out, I think they've seen Ketchik, they're pinging him out. Yeah, the Wolves have scattered him out here. There we go, the feet of the Wolves are here. It's going to throw some... No, yep, there we go. Then we'll just clean up the Wolves. We're going to take that last will once again. That's a lot. I don't think you should be doing that. Yeah, sure, you take the last will damage, but that's a lot of gold to be feeding Drow. Those things are really, really expensive. I think that's like 2, 3 I've seen him feed JO feed away now. That's really not a good plan, I feel. Like, sure, if you can get him to cop the last will damage and then you jump the Drow, it can be good, but you're feeding him tons of money as his BKB is now done. And now just helping do some warding. And the spotter at the rotation there from Visage Birds, I think they know Ghost is there as well. They might try and jump. No, he's got support. They're not going to go for that. Lycan continues to push the top lane. No threat up here. Nobody trying to defend. It looks like Drow's is happy, and there we go.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Bloodlust, so much attack speed there. We'll defend top in the end to support back to top. Lycan again has to back off. Continue to farm well. You see Doom has overtaken Void. Void's died once, but also he's playing against a Midas as well as Devour. He is going to fall behind eventually. The fact that Void's managed to stay ahead of Doom for that long was actually, I think, a pretty damn strong effort.
Thanks.
Witch Doctor, I think he's just going to pick up his point booster now. Lycan, we'll see where he goes next. Maybe he's just going to pick up a heart next. I mean, he could even justify a Heaven's Halberd. A, the invasion's nice, and FC doesn't appear to be building. Oh, there's the runaway. Pops the ult defensively. Will actually run back in. Not sure where he's going with this one. Ninja Boogie, though, getting it silenced up there by the Gust. And FC decides not to go on him. But yeah, Drow doesn't appear to be building towards a Monkey King Bar at this point in time, so he could just go and pick up the Heaven's Halberd. And he doesn't have a Manta style either, so he doesn't have that defensive split. Does have the BKB, though. But if they stall the fight out long enough, it may be worthwhile. TP up to top, though. He's going to start setting up a Plague Ward barrier. Just trying to stall out the push. They're just trying to buy time for Chrissy to get more farm. Chrissy also has his own BKB up now as well as... that's actually just TP coming out. Rave are just trying to stall this game. They want to try and get some farm on their cores. So they are still falling behind heavily in the gold department. Remember, 8,000 gold deficit net worth. A blink forward there from Doom, but a blink out there from Venomancer as well. Will manage to escape. Lycan just committing to some rat Dota. Rave now full on just trying to split push this map as much more. Void not great at split push. He's mobile, but the issue is his damage proc doesn't really work. And yeah, see this issue getting blinked on. Throw up there. We'll pop the BKB, throws down the Chronosphere as well. Try to go on. Goes, take your low damage. TP into the Chronosphere from ADTR. He will get that soul kill. Leaps out as well, and then TP's away. Chrissy makes a play. Okay, goes after him, but wouldn't have made the distance either way. Now, instantaneous BKB. It's proving to be too much. It's like it's actually trying to hunt down birds. They avoid... I heard a Doom go out. Where it is... Okay, he's going on Ninja Boogie there. Yeah, that's an easy kill. Yeah. Void, he can, like, get up to the tower. He can sort of safely push the tower. But the issue is, like, see... He doesn't do much damage to the tower. His steroid, his bash doesn't work on the tower. his damage is not that good. I mean, he's hitting for 200 a swing. Compare that to, say, Drow. Drow is hitting for 310 a swing. Like, a lot of Void's damage is in his bash. Whereas Drow, it's all just raw damage coming into his stats. I'm not even sure Void's agility gain is that great. What is it? 2.65. No, that's pretty good. It's alright. It's not like an Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit's agility, like, Ember Spirit's damage growth is awful. It's complete garbage. It's 1.9. And that's his primary stat. Witch Doctor, he did get his point booster working towards his Scepter. And I mean, Scepter with a good chrono can do all sorts of nasty stuff in Death Ward. Meanwhile, Whirlwind used there on top of Rio. Rio tossed up here by the Cyclone. Me slow down by the DH. He pops his own aids. Trying to deal some damage back, but I don't think he gets away from this. There's the dual breath coming out of Rio. And he's getting cleaned up there by Drow Illusions. No Chikira gets the last hit there with the damage ticks. BKB done for Drow. 3.7k in the bank. Where does he go next? I still, again, Blink Dagger. It's awesome. I feel like he should go for it. Now the Wolf Form being popped by Lycan. We'll just run away there. He's worried about getting ganked. Catching now, being given a speed burst there by Ogre. And it looks like Invasion again, still happy to keep on farming. It will be a Butterfly. This is a solid option. Sitting a Drow, 350 damage per hit. Ouch. The Butterfly's not even done yet. A smoke up now from Invasion. Gonna look for potential kill. Could find a pick off here. Or if they go into the enemy jungle, they can find a pickup. But it looks like they're just searching the top lane. They're not going to find anything. No, they're just planning to ward. This will help tell them when Lycan moves up to start lurking. And they might be able to intercept him when he does that. Basis Void, though. So I hear a Doom come out. He's going on Cast. Going to try and bring out Cast. So, oh, stomp. Goes out. Misses. But I think he'll just run him down to the damage burn. They're swapped back there. We'll get cleaned up there. No! He gets it a knife. Well played there by Rio. Picks that one up. Down goes the Doom. The counter killer's there. In comes Ogre. Looks like we've also got the Drow bumping out the DPS. So 4 times multicast comes out. And Ninja Boogie now getting absolutely murdered by Drow. It's 3 down. They trade for a Doom. They don't get any of the big core heroes though. But Faces Void, his chrono's down now. It looks like he's building a refresher, which I think they need this. Like, they've got to win the team fight. The straight up man fight, FC is going to trash them.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Especially
attack.
once he finishes this Butterfly. The Wolves are trying to run down Ghost. Ghost in trouble. Uses the Ghost Scepter to save himself. And we'll TP on out of there. And no tower being pushed. Meanwhile, Lycan running away. Speeding away there. I see a buyback from Venomance as well. Ends up being a 1900. No, I'm going to say, yeah, 2k gold swing in favour of Invasion. Once again, they are just growing that gold lead with every fight. They're up to a 12, 13, I'm going to say around about 14,000 gold lead now in net worth. See, Drow, the Void has actually overtaken Doom again. I think it was after that streak. How much did he get off that streak? I can't see, unfortunately. But now Butterfly done for Drow, and this is going to get ugly. They don't have any counter
Roshan has fallen
to the invasion, and it's going to make it Drow really... Like, she was already really difficult for Lycan and Void to man fight. Now it's just going to get even worse. And this is why Void is just... He feels like he's too far behind in damage output, like physically just going man on man. You can see, like, he's doing 190 damage a swing compared to Drow, who's up to 380. It just doesn't even compare, so yeah. He is just going to back off. And he's just going to back off that route, and he's just going to go for full-on AoE CC, building up that Refresher Orb. Whether or not he has enough mana, though, is questionable. He has 760... I don't think he actually has enough. I think he'll be like 10 short. It's going to be 400 use his chrono, which leaves him with 367. I think that's just enough. 325 for Refresher, if memory serves me correctly. You know what? We've got some time. How much is it? 375. No, he lacks the mana. Unless he gets a bit of a mana boost, he's actually not going to have enough mana to cast. That could be awkward. Does anybody have arcanes for him? No, it does not look like it. Witch Doctor? No, brown boots.
Here, catch!
Cyclone use, they're going to try and pick up Lycan. Beats to BKB though. Lycan moves in. Does he want to go for this? FC actually going to back up here. Lycan's going to go for this kill. I don't think he can win the fight though. And he will back off there. Realize overextending and we'll just back down. The Drow has an Aegis. Plus he has the evasion from the Butterfly. And he's got no answer to it. God. Drow. Nearly 3 attacks per second. That is insane. She gets the Satanic as well as the last item. Or second last item if we don't count the second life there. She is just going to absolutely be impossible to kill. Invasion now. Again, Invasion's still skittish though. They don't want to jump in because they're still really worried about, and rightly so, they're worried about the Chronosphere and the Death Ward. And actually, Drow's got to be careful because she could eat a swap here into a bad position. She does have a BKB though, but the Chronosphere could be trouble. You know what? I don't know if Void can kill on Chrono if she's BKB'd. It blocks so much damage from Rave. If she gets Chrono though, the Death Ward might bring him down. But I mean, if they spend a Chrono and a Death Ward on Drow's Aegis, that's a win for Invasion. So that would actually work out just fine. Invasion still playing very cautiously. They're definitely respecting the teamfight power on Rave's lineup. There we go. Cast getting tossed out. We'll hit FC once. Not doing a whole lot though. You know, Lycan opting to split push here. Has got the TPs to come back. No boots, no bots just yet. His Plague Lord's trying to defend this tower. It's down to half health now. Doom. And she's only 2 minutes though to make use of that Aegis. Doom 2.1k in the bank. Again, Invasion still don't want to go out. Like, they're still very cautiously advancing on this high ground. I wonder if they're just going to put the birds to work and try and get them to rat another tower with a Drow Aura. Like it's just hiding. But there we go. Double Chronos. Actually, no, he has enough mana now. He does have enough mana. Especially, he switches to Intreads, he will have enough to go for it. So he's just got enough, as long as he doesn't use Time Walk. If he uses Time Walk, he's shit out of luck. So he's going to have to walk in and get the Chronosphere off, which could be awkward. Or, you know, hope that they get a swap off, that sort of business. But Invasion are going to back off. Like, you know what, let's just 6-slot this Drow. We got time. Let's just get a, let's get a Satanic for this Drow. And so actually, I think he's waiting for it to go away. God damn it, give me this slot back. I want to use it. I'll cast.
I'll take that.
Just going to use this opportunity to do some warding, but look at these wards. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4 really hyper-aggressive wards coming out of Invasion. They want to know exactly when Rave just push out the bait. And they're actually getting a lot of intel. They're telling me exactly what Rave are up to. Rave are walking past these non-stop. They can actually see all 5 enemy heroes on the map at this point in time. Except maybe Lycan. Nope, they can see Lycan. They know him. They know where he is. That is actually it's amazing intel for them. Like they don't make anything happen with it though. Like they might get some pickoffs here. And they see Doom coming though. And Lycan just pops his ult and runs for his life. And they've just pinged it out. They think there's a ward over there. It is in fact up there. But they know it's roughly around somewhere. And nobody has any gems? Oh, no, they have a gem. And we'll find it. There we go. Meanwhile, Invasion still not willing to commit. Rave aren't really doing too much to stall. They're just turtling up. Like, they're just not willing to come out. It's just most of an Invasion to push. Like, Rave are just playing very, very defensively, which fair enough. When you're more than 15,000 gold behind, defensive tends to be the way you've got to go. Unless you've got some really big YOLO players. But at the moment, Rave, well, they kind of do. I mean, double Chrono into a Death Ward, Ag's Death Ward. Could happen, but they've got to try and get Invasion to clump up. Rave might actually just wait for the next Rosh attempt. If they can get on top of Rosh when Invasion go for it, they could definitely cause some complete havoc with that combo, but Satanic now done for Drow. The issue is, though, they have no map, they have very little modes going to work here. With the gem on Visage. Oh, I like that pick up there from Visage. This is really, really, really smart. Okay, so Drow gets jumped by Chronosphere. Okay, that happens. She gets Chrono, they plop down the Death Ward, it's pounding away, and then Visage go, you know what, Ethereal Blade. You can't attack him now. And that pretty much just entirely wastes the Chrono. Or if Lycan somehow gets the upper hand on Drow, like say he gets an Abyssal Blade, gets on top of Drow, threatening to crit her down, then just an Ethereal Blade. Just cancels it out entirely. So I know, I really like that pick up there. In fact, they could even do with a second one. Now, double Doom's available. Are they going to actually do anything with it, though, is the question. I mean, Invasion have had the firepower to go high ground for a while now, but they've decided to play it really ultra safe. Which, to be fair, they're going, like, this is their last legs in this series, so they do need to play carefully. We're just going to jump back, and now Invasion might finally be ready to go. Will they go for Roche first, who's up probably pretty soon? I think they look like they're just going to back off again. Well, there are no next major items in the way. He's really struggling to find farm with the way that these lanes just continue to keep... They're just getting strangled out of the map. Like right now, Rave are just getting completely strangled out of the map. They're just finding no income whatsoever. We've had no towers down pretty much for like the last 5 minutes. Pretty much no fights break out as well. And Invasion just keep growing their lead. Because they're just farming. They're just finding actual farm. Whereas Void gets like 2 meters out of the base and has to back off. Lycan's faring a little bit better, but not by much. See a Hex now picked up by Venomancer. Any CC they can get on that Drow is going to be a big deal. I'm not hoping. Like, look at this, debating. The pings are coming out. I think they're really worried, actually. I'm not sure. Is that yellow or this sort of doom pinging? I'm not sure. I think it's yellow pinging. They know that they're there, though, by the looks of it. I'm a little bit worried about it. And to be fair, yeah, they could well be setting a trap. Well, yeah, no, they keep pinging him. They know that they're there. And Rave have figured out the position on Invasion. They're just going to use that opportunity to push out of their base and get some farm to that top line. But they have to TP now. Then the aggressive ward gets tossed down again.
Almighty money.
By Ogre. TP's out, but they might be looking for a pick off here on the Lycan. Lycan's popped his ult too, but he's got a BKB now, so Drow can't really solo kill him. Drow another 1700 gold. See what he decides to pick up next. Just it's worth 200. It's worth 200 gold. This is another 400 gold to Drow. She's been farming those Necro books all day long. Smoke picked up now. It looks like Rave are ready to try and make something happen. They might smoke and try and steal Roshan. But the issue is, they've been seen. This ward is giving Invasion a lot of intel, and they might even guess that they might be trying to get out of the base and smoke. At the very least, they know that they're pushing towards their jungle. Now, has picked up bots, but still sitting on pretty much what he had before. Pick up anything new. Still carrying that cheese around as well. 2.8k in the bank. Nothing to spend it on just yet. Can still go for that Shivas if he wants to for the team. Oh, wow. Drow gets a double damage. This is going to hurt. 630, 40 damage. A hit. Yeah, somebody's about to die here. And it's going to be Cast. No, he throws at the Cast. He's going to run for his life. Drow, though, in hot pursuit. And now he's slow. 1, 2, 3 hits. And down goes Cast.
Amateur.
But meanwhile, they are trying to sneak out the Roshan, but the birds have spotted what's going on. They throw down the pigeon stomps here. Void now smashing away for all his worth. Can they clean this up before the response comes out from Rave? From Invasion. Invasion now on top of Rave. Jump in there. BKB pop by Jayo. Jayo wants this Roshan kill. Can he find it? Macropire down now. Lycan gets that. Man, Lycan gets the Aegis. Nemo goes stuck inside the Chronosphere. Goes possibly in trouble. Ketchik walks in the Chronosphere. Doom, no, he gets bashed. He gets stunned up again. He can't go. He gets the Doom off on rear eventually. Meanwhile, though, Chrissy got to go down. Now it looks like Drow still full health, though, chopping away at his opponents. Multicast goes down. Down goes the Lycan. He will respawn in a moment, but they've already lost the Void. And they're a Gust as well, knocking Jarrow back. We'll clean him up.
What?
And an easy wipe there. I say wipe, Real somehow survives on less than 30 health and jumps away. But yes, a heavy loss there for Rave.
Destruction was temporary.
Buyback for Visage because he can and he has bots and he doesn't really care. Buys back, buys bots, jumps back into the lane because you know what, he can.
Like the
Now
sun,
buyback, different faces
I rise
forward.
again.
He's popped the ult. He's already popped the refresh. He's got the secondary ult. Witch Doctor did not get to ult in that fight. That was the big deal. Did not manage to get that down, unfortunately.
Radiant's middle tower
Because he
is
was
under
on the
attack.
sidelines already from being picked off. And
Radiant
Witch Doctor go back in the
structures
mix.
are fortified.
So they got the Chrono down. They just couldn't really get the damage out. A lot of damage on Ghost, but Ghost
Radiant's
wasn't a huge
middle
priority
tower
target.
has
They needed to
fallen.
bring down the Drow.
Can't
And between that Butterfly and the Satanic, there's just no way they could get that damage out.
Radiant's
Midrax
middle
is down,
barracks
tier 3
has
down as
fallen.
well. A buyback from the Lycan, and it looks like Invasion are happy with how that turned out. They're just like, you know what, we got to buy a couple of buybacks out. Took the tier 3, took the Malarax. We're just going to fade away now. And make those buybacks pretty much... Well, you know, they're still worthwhile because obviously they make invasion back off, but they don't get much value out of them.
Mine.
Selfish.
Basis Void, only 400 gold now, being forced to get back in this game. They just need another tier of items. This drow is just way too fat. Another 2.9k on the drow. Now, if he picks up a crit, or a blink, is pretty much... I don't think they're going to be able to deal with him at all.
Radiant's courier has been
Whoops.
killed.
Did that go down? Oh, the birds. The birds ran down the courier. That is unfortunate. Didn't have anything on it at least, though. Just more gold in Drow's back pocket there. Jo? Oh, man. The Necrobook. Just not really doing it. It's just, the Necrobook is fed. I reckon Drow has picked up around about 1,500 gold off the Necrobooks this game. It's been absurd the amount of free... Like, Drow's been feeding them away, which has been really awkward. And Drow's already fat. And there we go. She's going for a crit now as well. She's going for the full-on Daedalus. That's got 3.4k in the bank now. Just going to chew through this tower. Just putting him up the front there. Should be okay just to power through this tower. Down it goes. The tier 3 is dead. There's barely a squeak coming out of Rave. Not even trying to mount any kind of defense there. Beige like, yo, I got a tower. Let's just back up here. I think they're hoping that they'll see an overextension out of Rave here and they'll be able to get some pickoffs. Safely get some pickoffs. Meanwhile, the Jared's going to defend the mid. Rio's coming out. This might be what Invasion are looking forward to thinking to pick off, but Rio with the blink, and they really don't want to try and jump him if the Void goes in after the Chrono.
Catch.
Now Rave, they're going to have to try and engage Drow this time. They can't let Drow just walk up and break their racks. They're going to have to try and make a play here. And a swap out there. Looks like they're going to try and bring Ghost. I don't think they meant to get Ghost. They wanted the Drow. Death Ward now whiffed. That's the Death Ward down. And Drow can just run in with complete abandon now. She has no fear of the Void. This Doom's going to devour those creep Ninja Boogie, getting chased back there by FC. FC though, they clean at the melee rats, turn on the rage, and now Invasion playing full on objective gaming. No throws for them. Just clean up their racks and back away. Completely bloodless siege there. Nobody dies. Ketchik tipping up to the top lane. Oh man, just a really I don't know what Rave were doing there. They went for the swap. I swear to God, that must have been a misclick. Goes for the swap, picks up Ghost, the Jakiro, instead of Drow Ranger, swaps him in, then throws down the death. They throw down the Death Ward on the Jakiro, who then Ghost Scepters himself, Ethereal Blades himself, and walks away. Or Ghost Scepters himself and walks away. It's just, yeah, complete waste. And as soon as that Death Ward's committed, Void can't do anything with his Chrono because they don't have the physical DPS knockout. Maybe if Void and Lycan hit the same target, both hit Drow together, they could bring it down. But obviously Lycan doesn't really have that luxury unless they get a absolutely perfect Chronosphere. They're going to need like 2 perfect Chronospheres on top of Drow to bring her down. They don't have any counter to the evasion, and if they leave her even on a sliver of health, she's just going to pop that Satanic and completely obliterate them. Man, Invasion. Slow and steady wins the race. 25,000 gold lead at this point in time. They still have cheese on Doom as well. They're going to walk into this. This could be trouble for Chrissy. It's starting to get him down to FC. FC now. In comes the stuff. Got 2 Chronos. Maybe they can get this kill. Doom, though, going to go down on top of Chrissy. No more secondary Chrono for him. FC's going to survive this. Going to Ghost Step FC up as well. This is actually working against him. Soul Assumption there on Ninja Boogie. Meanwhile, looks like they're going to try and run down Chrissy. Down goes the Vengeful Spirit. Chrissy now in trouble. I don't think he gets out of this alive. Doom going to axe him to the back. And there we go. 2 heroes down. Void's down. And Doom. Oh, man.
Radiant's middle
Doom
barracks are under
throws the
attack.
secondary Doom down on Jared just to chase him back to the base. But that Doom,
Radiant's
preventing the
middle
secondary
barracks
Chrono, that was
has
probably pretty damn frustrating for him. Meanwhile, they also run down the Venomancer inside the base. But tier 3 is about to drop now, and this is going to be Megas, and I mean, it's been
Radiant's
GG.
top tower
Barring a
has
big
fallen.
throw from Invasion, it's been GG for like the last 15 to 20 minutes. Anyway, guys, this was game 2 from Invasion versus Rave. Invasion tying this up 1 apiece after getting rickrolled in game number 1. Well, managed to tie this up 1-all. We're going back into game number 3 in just a moment to decide who wins this series. This is the Star Series Season 11 Southeast Asian Division Playoffs. My name's Trumpman. You can follow me on Twitter at Trumpman. But stay tuned. We'll be back with game number 3 ASAP.